Today we're going to be continuing Injustice 2. The digital release is issues 15 through 18 that we will be covering today. If you haven't been joining us in a little while, let me give you a quick recap. Now this story takes place after Injustice 1 but before Injustice 2. In this storyline, Batman has been fighting against an evil Batman, someone who said that he did not deserve to have the cowl. And this new Batman, he uses guns. Ra's al Ghul is the man behind the shadows, orchestrating everything, and on his team is Damian Wayne and Anastasia, which is the daughter of the Badge, and I most likely mispronounced that again. I apologize, but I just can't seem to get that correct. Ollie and Dinah's son was kidnapped along with Black Lightning's child. They've all been kidnapped and taken by Ra's al Ghul, and Batman now needs to figure out how to get them back. On top of all of this, Damian has dug up the body of Alfred and has thrown him into the Lazarus pit to revive him. Well, let's get to the show, because that was a heck of a recap. When we last left off, Damian had done the unthinkable in Bruce's eyes. He had stolen the corpse of Alfred Pennyworth and dropped him into the Lazarus pit. Now Damian sits by the side of Alfred, who is apparently alive, but quite obviously slowly recovering from being a corpse. His sister, the daughter of the Bat, Anastasia, pokes her head in, seeing Damian doting over his true father. She warns him that sometimes the Lazarus pit doesn't bring people back properly. Sometimes it takes time. Damian lifts a spoonful of food to Alfred's mouth to feed him, as she tells Damian that she never thought that she would see this side of him. Damian questions what she's talking about, and she explains that she assumed that he was a one-dimensional spoiled brat. But this? Who taught him this humility? Damian turns to her. He did. Talia walks in telling her son to bring Alfred. Ra's is about to contact the Dark Knight. In the main conference room, Ra's is staring at a screen, and on the other side, Bruce Wayne and his team. Ra's tells him, "An event is approaching. You will know it when it begins. You and your friends are not to try and prevent it. I have your children," referencing the last episode in which Ra's took the children of Ollie, Dinah, and Black Lightning. "I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to hurt anyone. But we will act soon to balance the world. Let me do to the world what it needs, and I will return your children unharmed. This I swear. But if you decide that the lives of a few children mean nothing when compared to the world, I also have your father." Bruce's eyes go wide as Damian wheels out the barely alive Alfred. And while Alfred can't lift his head any more than an inch, he does raise his eye to see Bruce on the screen. Then Ra's kills the feed, and Damian growls at his grandfather. "Are you done? He won't stop. He'll come for Alfred and the kids." If the detective is sensible, he isn't. It doesn't matter. Even the great Batman can't find us here. And with that, he walks out of the room. And over in the new base of operations, Bruce looks at his screen. They're in South Africa. I lost Connor's signal there. If you think back, Bruce placed a tracker on Connor, the son of Ollie and Dinah, at the start of the story. "I assume they're underground now." Ollie snaps. "You put a tracker on our son?" "I was being careful." "And you didn't tell us?" "That wouldn't have been being careful." Ollie thinks about it and he looks at Bruce. "Wait, did you know?" "What?" "That they were going to take them." "I didn't know, but I felt it was wise to take precautions." "Oh, you little sh*!" And Ollie cracks Bruce across the face. Bruce looks at the ground, blood coming out of his lip. "I'd let you have that one." "You let me? Know this! I'm not your Green Arrow. You don't know me. You don't know my abilities. Test me. Go on. I'll let you have the first one." And Bruce and Ollie look at each other, glaring, ready to throw down, until Dinah breaks it up. So they can all take a step back, and Batgirl decides to take charge, because she has the plan. There's one man, one person who can get into this facility completely undetected. Someone who staged a prison break back in year 5, all to rescue his son, Plastic Man. Ollie stands there speechless. "Seriously?" Knock, knock, knock. The door to apartment 41 opens up, and there stands Bruce Wayne in his bat suit with a man in a trucker hat and a beard surprised to see him. "You're not a pizza. Luke McDonough. He doesn't live here anymore." "He does live here, and while your shape changing is impressive, you need to do a better job of disguising your voice." The man in the trucker hat begins to get scared and panic as he slams the door. He begins to morph back, shouting, "No, no, 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 no!" Bruce kicks in the door. "I just want to talk." And he looks around and he sees no one. "You're the armchair against the wall." Luke morphs back, panicking again. "No, no, 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 no!" And he runs around the corner. Bruce walks slowly in. "You're the trash can." And the trash can gets up running. "Ah!" "You're the rug." And the rug yells out, "You're the top 3 pizza boxes in the stack." And his head grows out of it. "How are you doing that?" And then he realizes what he's doing. I'm trying to play hide and seek with Batman. What did I think would happen? Right, whatever you're here for, let's get it over with. I just want to talk to your father. Where is he? And Luke looks down at his watch. Dad? Plastic Man grows to normal size, smiling. You didn't know I was there, did you? See, son, your old man can trick the Batman. He then turns back to Bruce. Whatever it is, I don't want in. I need your help. The Justice League needs your help. Forget it, Luke chimes in. I'll help. And Plastic Man turns back. Wait, no. So Bruce tells him. They killed Ted Cord. I know. And they took the kids. They? Fine. For Dinah and Jefferson, I'll help. And so you don't get my son killed. They all load up into the bat plane and Luke looks at Bruce. What are you thinking about? How to kill countries. And Plastic Man looks at him. What a fun-filled place your head is. I'm trying to think of ways that Roz is going to destroy the entire world. How would he do it? So you're just sitting there thinking of the most efficient way to commit genocide? Yes. And Plastic Man and Luke turn to the back of the plane, turning away from Bruce Wayne. Is there anywhere else I can sit in this plane? But before they can get very far, a hand lands onto the windshield. The fingers puncture through the bulletproof glass that is the Batplane. And Jaime Reyes tells them, pull over. They all land at a nearby cliffside and Jaime walks forward. I want in if you're going to attack. You said that you were going to tell me. Bruce and Plastic Man stand there and Plastic Man asks, hey, you're the kid that worked with Ted Cord, right? And Jaime tells him, I did. And Plastic Man tells him, he was such a great guy. He used to catch up on cards every week. And then he turns back to Bruce. Sorry, you weren't invited. You tend to unfun things. You're way too competitive. So what do you want, kid? Jaime explains that he wants to avenge Ted's death, and Plastic Man thinks about it. He places his hand to his chin as he tilts his head back. Sounds like the kid's on a crusade to avenge the murder of a loved one. And then he whips his plastic head around like a cartoon, looking right at Bruce Wayne. Anything you can relate to, Bruce? Bruce stares forward, and then he looks at Plastic Man in the eyes. He doesn't say anything. So Plastic Man, Luke, Blue Beetle, and Bruce Wayne all head off into the sunset to make their way to South Africa. They have a family to save. Up far in space over the Amazonian rainforest of Brazil, Batgirl, Dinah, and Ollie are sitting there, getting ready. Batgirl walks over, suiting up. She has Plastic Man wrap around her body, and Luke also wraps around her body. They create a spacesuit, practically, and they tell Batgirl, when you open up your eyes, you will be on the ground. The doors in the back of the spacecraft open up, and as far as the eye can see are stars and the horizon of the Earth. Then they back out of the ship. They begin to plummet to the surface of the planet, with everyone in the ship warning them that they're going too fast. Plastic Man needs to slow down. He's about to break the sound barrier, and he's increasing at his rate of speed every second. And Plastic Man tells them he's just being a little cautious. He needs to make sure that he gets fast enough to get past any kind of thing that they may have detecting them. As they get just above the tree land, Plastic Man turns to Luke and he tells him, hold her steady. I can't have her jerking around when I set this up. And Luke asks him, I thought you were making a parachute. Plastic Man smiles. Parachutes aren't fun. So he turns himself into a hang glider and they slowly but surely glide into the ground. As they get close, Luke stretches out his legs to the ground, allowing them to have a safe and sturdy landing. And the insertion team has arrived. They know right away that they found the correct location when they see a series of ninjas in front of them. Ninjas don't typically hang out in jungles. Luke morphs into a ninja and he approaches them. And as he gets closer, he openly says, I didn't think about how this conversation would begin. So then he turns into a giant spread and he covers them, trapping up all of the ninjas. And as they scream out, he once again tells them, I don't understand why you're doing that. Ninjas are supposed to be quiet. As one ninja tries to run off, Plastic Man stretches out, catching him, telling him, nah, that's not gonna happen. Luke tells his father that it's nice, and Plastic Man is confused. Knocking ninjas unconscious or sneaking into an underground lair is nice, but Luke explains that that's not it. This is as close as they can get to throwing a ball back and forth. Plastic Man agrees as he tells his son, let's go father-son bond the absolute hell out of this hive of evil. Batgirl makes it to a safe place, and Batman and everyone else teleports in. They all move in and silently drop as many ninjas as they can find. But the situation escalates quickly because the evil, twisted Batman and Ra's al Ghul knew that this team was coming in. They knew they were en route, and they put Diablo in the entryway. The Batman calls up to Diablo, telling him if he's ready, and Diablo tells him just say the word. So Batman gives him the word, and the entire entryway explodes, melting every exit and entrance into the base. The twisted Batman tells everyone, we don't know how Batman found us, but now there's no way in or out. We're gonna settle this. And Bruce Wayne gets ready to end it as he looks for the children and Alfred. And there you have it, the next portions of Injustice 2. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter. Right about here is going to be the Injustice 2 playlist. Right about here will be the entire Injustice playlist. So if you don't know what's going on, you can spend hours watching all of our videos, and I would greatly appreciate that. On that note, it's time for us to head out. And Rob, from Comics Explained, I know what you did. And if you don't confess soon, I'm gonna tell everyone.